Buddy Mike here, head trader at True Trading Group, and December 12th, good day. Really was just a sniper today, guys. Again, I haven't really been making a lot of trades over the last few weeks, but I've really been picking my spots, and my accuracy is just sky high. And, sometimes it only takes one or two trades throughout the day to make your day. And so far, one trade for me in SFIX, and it's a good one. I traded SFIX yesterday. This video is really just kind of a continuation and kind of a follow-up to the video that I posted yesterday about using the daily chart to identify key levels of support and resistance. And now this video is kind of just adds on to that and how you develop your trade idea and the concept behind this idea. You develop it based on the daily chart. And coming into today on SFIX, if you have not watched my video from yesterday, go back, watch yesterday's video, because it'll give you some context as to why I was looking at this SFIX to the long side today. I shorted it yesterday, made a good chunk on it yesterday in the morning. It rallied back in the afternoon, and that rally back was the key for me. So if you didn't see that video, go back, watch the video from yesterday first. It'll give you some context for the video for what I'm about to get into with you. So let's get to the daily chart, guys, first on this SFIX. And I want to point out to you this double bottom area that we identified yesterday. Here's that double bottom. Okay, that line is still drawn on my screen from yesterday's chart. Okay, that's that support area. I shorted SFIX yesterday. Here is yesterday's move. I shorted SFIX right there, and my final cover ended up being right down there, and it was a really nice trade. Then you had the bounce back. We found support, and then we rallied back and put in a nice reversal tail on the daily chart. Let's go back to the daily. Here is that reversal tail, that like hammer tail reversal candle off of that support level that we identified on the daily. Okay, so coming into today, okay, after we had this rally back yesterday afternoon, here's that rally yesterday afternoon, and I saw we were opening up right there. No gap down. We're opening right there. I said, guys, I'm looking for a continuation to yesterday's bounce. I'm going to look for SFIX to push up above yesterday's high and try to get up to a very specific area on the daily. Now let's go back to the daily, because now yesterday we talked about using the daily chart to identify a support level. Now we're using the daily chart to identify a resistance level, and that is where this trade concept came from. Okay, understanding we had this support level on the daily. Okay, we put the tail in, which is a possible reversal signal. Now I say, now look, here was a previous support level that I'm now expecting to act as an area of resistance. And after that bounce yesterday, I'm looking for a continuation push up to this area. Okay, that is where this trade idea and this concept came from. Okay, where I was short yesterday into that support level, covered it in front of that support level. We then saw the rally in the afternoon. We put that tail in, and now coming into today, I'm saying, okay, guys, I was short yesterday. We got the bounce off that support level that we talked about. I'm now looking long SFIX today to recover a little bit of this gap down that it had. And my first little area that you see of a major resistance area is right here, this 2250 area. Guys, 2250 to 23, this little area you see right here is what I'm looking at. Okay, now let's leave that line up there, and let's go to a three-minute chart intraday. Look at where SFIX is starting to find some resistance here. It's in the middle of the day. I usually make my videos after the market closes, but after the close today, I'm so far behind on Christmas shopping that I've got to get some shopping done. So that's why I'm making my video now rather than at the end of the day. And it's 1:45 right now in the afternoon. You can see we're still sitting up here near the high of the day as we're about to come out of lunchtime session and get into the afternoon session. So we are finding some resistance that's the same area that I drew right there on the daily chart. You can see where it lines up intraday. It's not a coincidence that the stock's having a little bit of trouble up at this area. So here we are, guys. That's how I got came up with the trade idea and the trade concept. I got long SFIX right in here. I'll take it to my trade announcements. Let's zoom this in so you can see more clearly. 938 long SFIX at 20.65, risking about 40 cents on the trade. And then you can see, guys, my take profits started to just kind of scale out of this position. I usually scale out in 3 tiers: 25% of my position, 50% of my position, 25% of my position. That's usually how I scale out of my winning trades. with this trade, we just started to push. The stock started to move higher much easier than I originally expected. So as the stock just kept pushing, I'm like, all right, I'm just going to keep taking profit off here. And I ended up holding on to one last little piece for a final take profit right there. Back to my trade announcements, guys. Here you can see final take profit at 10.52 at 22.30. This was just a small piece. I was only holding about like 12% of my position at this point. The bulk of my position I sold at 21.33. Okay, that was half my position I sold there at 21.33. But that tier trading system, guys, kept me in the winning trade longer, and I really got the most out of this trade. So there's my final take profit, and you can see we have a potential double top right now as we are coming out of lunchtime. We'll see if we can push up towards 23, or if we pull back down, go down, retest VWAP, and that'll probably stick as the high of the day for the rest of the day if that happens. Don't necessarily plan on placing another trade in this SFIX, but I just wanted to go over this trade with you guys because it was a good one, and it was such a good follow-up to yesterday's video, and really using that daily chart to develop trade ideas, because I used it yesterday to develop the trade idea, and then again I used it today to identify that trade idea after we got that reversal candle on the daily chart yesterday. That was the game plan, executed it to perfection. I had identified my resistance area again on the daily chart, and that was my final take profit. And you can see right now we're kind of where we are finding resistance up at that area that we just talked about. All right. So great stuff. Just another video that shows how important that daily chart actually is. Take care, guys. I'll see you in chat tomorrow.